Good morning. Welcome to Yoga with Tina. A little morning stretch. We're doing sun salutations and some grounding poses today. Today happens to be our election day. So as we practice, I would encourage you to focus not just on the physical practice of yoga, but kind of that triangle of mind, body, spirit. And maybe think a little bit extra about the spirit. So when we say namaste and we have thumbs to the heart reminding us that we are all connected and we are never alone, part of that for me is that human connection. The next part, when you bring, that thumb up to kind of the third eye or your beautiful mind, it is reminding us when we say namaste to someone that we are seeing and seeking the divine in the others through the divine in us. So it's that's why I love the layer of yoga on top of my own faith. I love the connections, I love the similarities, and I love the slight differences that speak directly to me. So when I say namaste, it means I see the divine in you and I am seeking the divine in you. So I thought that was a beautiful message to start our Election Day Tuesday with. So if you feel like you're getting a little bit tight and gritty, take a few deep breaths. Remind yourself that the divine in you maybe needs to seek the divine in others. Maybe we won't understand. However, if we are at least seeing the divine and seeking the divine, there's never any wrong turns with that. There's my little spiel for the morning. So please join me in a seated posture. Get our bodies warmed up, get our bodies prepared. Do some movement to allow the openness of our spirit. So find those sit bones connected to the earth. Yeah, maybe do a couple more of those. So deep breath in through the nose. Maybe let the shoulders rise up by the ears. Open the mouth, release. 2 more times. And now start sinking in. Find those sit bones connected. Release the top of the head up towards the sky. Soften the jaw. Maybe invite the eyes to close. Maybe just bring those fingertips to the earth. Let yourself feel grounded. It doesn't mean that the beautiful energy isn't going to enter your body. Just let yourself feel that connection of grounded. You might need it later today. Maybe draw the chin down towards the chest just slightly. Soften the shoulders. Move them side to side just a little bit and then let them start to lower. Release them away from the ears. Maybe draw the belly button in towards the backbone just slightly. And then start drawing ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Feel the connection of the body with the earth. Allow the knees to start sinking just a little bit lower. Working with a bit of a triangle breath today. 3 breaths in, 3 breaths hold, 3 breaths out. So 3 counts on the inhale, hold for 3 counts, and then 3 counts on the exhale. So just working with your own space, with your own energy. Start by inhaling for 3, hold for 3. Exhale for 3. Inhale for 3. Hold for 3. Exhale for 3. 3 more times on your own. One last time, inhale for 3 counts. Hold for 3. Exhale for 3. And now scanning from the top of the body all the way to the bottoms of the feet. Notice where the body feels good today. Notice where you're holding that tension, and on each exhale, intentionally release some of that tension. Know that when you show up on the mat, do what you can to show up for yourself. Start by drawing the chin down towards the chest, and small movements. Notice where you might be holding tension in the neck, and just slowly using your breath side to side, draw that chin from one shoulder to the other. Taking time to pause where you feel tightness. And then release to neutral. Right ear to right shoulder. Your left fingertips are already on the earth. Just spider walk them away from the body. And then release the right hand from the earth. Maybe bringing the fingertips lightly to the left hand side of the head. Sinking the shoulders down. Continuing the breath. On the next exhale, slowly release the right hand, bring the head to neutral, and switch sides. So left ear to left shoulder, and then slowly bring fingertips to the right hand side. Right fingertips are spider walked away from the body, or scratching your cat. She's being sweet today. And then slowly release everything to neutral. Inhale, sweep the arms away and open the chest, open the heart. Draw the shoulder blades together, looking up towards the sky. Exhale, round, releasing the shoulder blades, release the chin towards the chest. Inhale, we open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And slowly release. Lots of deep inhales and exhales. Know that that brightens your spirit, so keep focusing. Like I was just holding my ear to the shoulder and I realized I wasn't breathing. So really try to keep that breath in and out through the body. Draw the knees underneath, coming into tabletop. This is going to be interesting with my cat present. We'll see what happens. So shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips over the knees, nice long spine. So really take a moment in tabletop. Press the fingertips into the earth. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. See if you can lengthen the spine just a little bit more. Maybe that's drawing the chin just so slightly towards the chest. Eyes are to the mat. See if you can find extra space in between those vertebrae. Tailbone releasing to the back of the mat. Crown of the head releasing to the front of the mat. And then slowly walk the hands away from the body, keeping the hips stacked, one on top of the other. Slowly start to sink the arms, the forehead down towards the earth. Coming into bleeding heart or puppy pose. And then to exaggerate this pose a little bit more, you can almost bring an arch to the back, still trying to keep the hips stacked right over the knees. So almost trying to release the chest towards the ground. One more breath. On the exhale, bring the hands back to tabletop. Release the knees to the long edge of the mat. Sink the hips to the heels. Extended child's pose, or choose the child's pose that feels good in your body. Really stretch and engage the arms away from the body first. Tight fingertips into the mat, and then slowly release and sink. Walk the hands off to the right hand side. Left hand on top of right. And then slowly walking to center. Left hand side, right hand on top of left. And then release everything back to neutral. One breath here. And then slowly coming back through tabletop. Keep the hands a little bit, one handprint in front of where they would be with the tabletop. Turn the toes under. Lift the hips high, downward dog. First downward dog, so keep the knees soft. Draw the ears in between the arms. Slowly start to pedal it out. Shoulders are released away from the ears. Long, slow inhales and exhales. Slowly look between the hands. Step the feet forward into forward fold. Bending the knees, releasing the chest on top of the lap. Top of the head released towards the ground. So already starting with our inversions. Inversions help to bring that beautiful fresh blood to the heart and to the brain. You can hold on to opposite elbows. Just keep the knees bent so that it feels good. Soften that jaw, deep inhales and exhales. You can always sway like slightly side to side here. On the next exhale, release the fingertips. Slowly roll the spine all the way up. So as you start to come up, let the arms really hang to open and soften those shoulder blades and shoulders. Chin towards the chest. Nice and slow, letting the brain reset just a little bit. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over, palms pressed together. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, slowly arch the spine. Just small movements, we're still warming up. Exhale, open the arms up wide. Slowly swan diving all the way down to the mat. Plant the hands, bend the knees generously, step right leg back, left to knee. Just starting out, invite the low plank. Be gentle with the body. Slowly lower, bending the elbows, stopping halfway. Inhale, sweeping up into cobra or up dog. Pressing the earth away from the body. Palms of the hands, tops of the feet if you're already in up dog. Exhale, turn the toes under. Lift the hips high into downward facing dog. Look between the hands, step left foot forward, right to meet. Forward fold. Inhale, come to a half back. So fingertips are kind of to the top of the shins. Find length in the spine. So if your shoulders are creeping up by the ears, really release the shoulders. Lengthen the very top of the spine. That draws the chin towards the chest. Tailbone reaching away from the body. On the next exhale, release. Forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over. Palms pressed together. Reach the fingertips high. Release to the right hand side. Inhale, reach the fingertips all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, release to the left. Reach the fingertips all the way up. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, swan dive. Bending the knees, plant the hands, stepping right foot back, left to meet, high plank. Invite the low plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, tuck in tight towards the chest, stopping halfway. Inhale, up dog. Make your modifications. Always invite the child's pose if you need to. Exhale, downward dog. On the next exhale, step left foot forward, right to meet. Inhale, lengthen the back, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over, palms pressed together. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms upward, salute. Exhale, open, swan dive. Plant the hands, right leg back, left to meet. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, downward dog. Lift the right leg high into three-legged dog. Bend the right knee. Stepping between the hands. Dial that left foot to the earth. So the left toes are pointed towards the long edge of the mat. Either walk the hands up the leg or power up by drawing the left arm up and over. Taking your time with your hips so that it's not too abrasive with the hips. Coming into our warrior two. So the right knee is bent over the right ankle. Eyes are looking over the right fingertips. Shoulder blades drawn together. Arms are engaged. Exhale, lower the left hand, sweep the right up. Coming into peaceful warrior. On the next exhale, warrior two. On the next exhale, peaceful warrior. And then release, turning the toes out to the corners of the mat. Star pose, engage the core. Turning the toes to the wide edge of the mat, hinging at the hips, stopping halfway, finding length in the spine. And then releasing the fingertips if that feels good, and slowly release the top of the head towards the earth. Coming into a wide-legged forward fold, keeping the knees bent if that feels better, or you can even heel toe walk the toes, the feet away into a deeper stretch. Just listen to your body. Hands can be planted, forearms can be planted on the earth, or you can even send the hands through and behind, almost drawing the top of the head towards the mat. On the next exhale, walk the hands back to neutral. Heel toe walk the feet back in if you released them. Slowly bring the hands up to the hips. Draw the spine back to halfway. Nice long spine here. Shoulders are released, jaw is soft. And then slowly come all the way up. Turn the left toes towards the back of the mat. Sweeping the arms up and over. Exhale, dial the hands down. So bending into the left knee, spinning on the right. Stepping back, high plank. We're just switching directions here. Slowly lower, stopping halfway, sweeping into up dog or cobra. Exhale, turn the toes under, send the hips high, downward dog. Look between the hands, step left foot forward, right to meet, forward fold. Inhale, half back, find that length and space. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over, palms pressed together, fingertips reaching high. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, open the arms, forward fold. Plant the hands, step the legs back, high plank, bending the elbows. Stop halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, turn the toes under, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg, three-legged dog, and then bend the knees, step the left foot in between, dial the right foot back down towards the earth. Sweep the right arm up and over, warrior two. Engage the core, square the hips to the long edge of the mat. Shoulder blades drawn together. Arms are energized, jaw is soft. Send the right hand down the left leg, sweep the left arm up and over, peaceful warrior. Warrior 2. Peaceful warrior. Warrior 2. Turn the toes to the corners. Sweep the arms up and over. Star pose. Release the shoulders away from the ears. On the exhale, bending the knees, bending the elbows. Goddess pose. Deep inhales and exhales. If this feels like too much, you can always straighten and come back down. Create like a small flow with that. Torso is in between two panes of glass. One more breath. Release. Turn the right toes towards the front of the mat. Slowly start to turn the left foot. And then circle the arms one down towards the earth, one at a time. Bending into that right leg. Stepping into high plank. Take 3 breaths here. Shoulders are released, pressing into the heels. And then slowly bending the elbows, releasing, stopping halfway. Sweeping into up dog. Take 5 breaths in up dog or release the knees and come into cobra. And then release the whole body down. One hand on top of the other. Forehead release to the top of the hand. Bending the knees. Slow windshield wipering back and forth. And then release both legs down. Open the arms up into a T. And then slowly bending the left elbow. Draw that right hand right up to the left shoulder. Did I say left hand to left shoulder? That's what I meant if I didn't. And then pressing the mat. So keeping the legs together. Pressing the mat away from you. So that lifts the left hand, the left side of the body. You should be feeling a really good stretch in the right shoulder. Continue with that deep inhale and exhale. On the next exhale, slowly release. Bringing one hand on top of the other, drawing that left leg right out to the left-hand side of that hip. Bending the knee, flexing the left foot. With each exhale, see if you can release the left hip, like the hip bone, right into the mat just a little bit deeper. On the next exhale, slowly release the legs. So really taking your time to reset the hips. And then sweeping the arms to the side. Maybe even holding hands with yourself. So a variation of locust, you can either keep the hands to the side of the body or hold hands with yourself behind the body. On the inhale, the whole body engages. So using the fists, send the fists away towards the feet. It just helps to open those shoulders and release the chest from the ground. Legs, the whole body is engaged. The legs are engaged, the glutes are engaged, core is engaged. And then on the next exhale, slowly soften and release. Open the arms up into a T. Draw the right hand right in towards that right shoulder. Engage the legs, and then press the mat away from the body, opening up that left shoulder. And then slowly release. One hand on top of the other. Draw that right knee coming directly out of the right hip. Flex the right foot. With each exhale, try to soften and lower that right hip bone towards the earth. Forehead connected to the top of the hands, helping you to feel grounded and stable. Anytime that forehead is connected, it helps to close off unnecessary stimulus. Let it create a sense of peace and calm. On the next exhale, slowly release the leg back to neutral. Sweeping the hands behind the body, clasping hands with yourself if that feels good. Behind the body, sending the fists towards the feet. Inhale, lifting. Releasing the shoulder, no tightness in the jaw or the face. Deep inhales and exhales. And then slowly release. Planting the hands next to the chest, and then pushing the earth away from the body. Bringing the knees together. Arms can be swept to the side or released out in front. Forehead released down to the earth. Child's pose. Take 10 deep inhales and exhales. If your forehead does not feel good connected with the earth, perhaps grab a block or a pillow. If you prefer a different version of child's pose, you're here for 10 breaths. Be gentle with yourself. On the next exhale, coming through tabletop, stepping the feet back, coming into full plank for just a moment, and then bending the right knee, bring right knee to right wrist. Send the left leg straight back. Take a peek back to make sure that it's coming straight back. And then slowly choose where it feels good for you for your pigeon pose. So not releasing the right hip towards the earth, keeping that high. You can either come down to forearms or stretching the arms all the way out, draping the body over the right leg. So the more parallel the right leg is towards the front of the mat, the deeper the stretch is. Just listen to where your body is today. Left leg stays engaged to help support. On the next exhale, slowly start to walk the hands back up, releasing the shoulders, opening the chest. Turn the left toes under, send the hips high for downward dog. Pedal it out just for a moment to loosen up that right hip. And then bending the left knee, send left knee to left wrist. Extend right leg long. Take a peek back, make sure that you have it set up. And then decide how low you would like to go. So either to forearms or walking the hands away from the body, respecting that the flexibility on one side could be different than the other. With each exhale, release. Ground yourself. On the next exhale, slowly walk the hands back towards the body. And then slowly release that left hip all the way down and bring the right leg back to the front. Coming into an easy seated posture. Find those sit bones, find length in the spine. 3 breaths here just to set yourself in neutral. And then release right hand to the outside of the left knee, left hand released behind. Inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, twist. Using that leverage of the right hand to help the right shoulder release a little bit further away from the ear. Slowly release, reset in neutral, and then setting up for the other side. So left hand to the right, crossing that midline, giving your brain a little bit of love. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly twist. And release. Stretch both legs out. Knees and toes pointed up. Soften the knees if that feels good. Inhale, we find length. Exhale, reach the fingertips away from the body. Hinging at the hips. And then release the arms down. Soften the forehead towards the knees. Bend the knees enough to bring the arms underneath. Hug the body in on itself. Maybe the forehead even reaches the tops of the legs here. Long, slow inhales and exhales. We are coming closer to the end of the practice. So really think about allowing the body to be grounded. If during the day things feel intense, come back to some of these poses. Remember, forehead to a solid surface. Child's pose. Pigeon pose. On the next exhale, release the arms. Chin towards the chest, roll all the way up. Bottoms of the feet together, but released away from the body. Hands come to heart center. And then release to the inside, slide the hands underneath. Feet can be pressed together here or released. Coming into our turtle pose. Slow and steady today. Being gentle with yourself. On the next exhale, slowly release the arms, roll the spine all the way up, scooting a little bit forward on your mat, slow release all the way down. So try and control the release, nice and slow. And then bring the knees in towards the chest, give yourself a hug, maybe a kind word. Crossing right leg over left, tuck those knees in towards the chest. Open the arms up into a T, release the knees to the left hand side, looking out over the right. And then slowly drawing the knees back to neutral, uncross the legs. Setting up for the other side, crossing left over right, hug the knees in. Open the arms up into a T, release the knees to the right hand side, looking out over the left. And then slowly draw the knees back to neutral. Give yourself one more hug. Reset the spine. And then straighten the legs, bottoms of the feet press towards the sky. Fingertips underneath the hips. Engage the core, release the shoulders. Slowly release the legs all the way down. As the heels connect with the earth, release the fingertips. Allow the feet to naturally open to the sides of the mat. Release the arms next to the body, palms facing up. Maybe draw the chin slightly towards the chest. Feel the vibration of the body in the palms of the hands and in the soles of the feet. Soften the tops of the feet. Release each toe one at a time. Release any tension from the legs. Soften the hips. Release any tension from the stomach. Drawing a line from the base of the spine all the way to the top. One vertebrae at a time. Releasing, softening. Allow the shoulders and the shoulder blades to press into the earth, opening space in the heart and the chest. Soften the heart. Release any tension or strain. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Release the arms. Feel the connection of the tops of the hands with the earth. Release each finger one at a time. Release any tension from the neck. Soften the jaw. Soften the cheeks, the ears, the nose, the eyes. Soften the forehead. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, and on the exhale, release from the top of the head, washing over the body and through the bottoms of the feet. For just a few moments, I'll let you rest, and then you'll hear my voice again. As you start to hear the sound of my voice, start bringing awareness back to your space. Noticing the breath, noticing the stillness. As you feel ready, slowly rolling to one side, keeping the eyes closed, maybe tucking the knees in towards the chest. Taking a moment and giving gratitude for the body's abilities. Gratitude for the stillness that you allowed. Stillness that will bring you maybe a little extra peace today. Knowing that the movements feel so good and are so beneficial for our bodies, but the magic is in that stillness. Gratitude for the mind's ability to pause so that we can think before we speak and act. Bringing just a tiny bit more peace and kindness and patience, allowing ourselves to bring a little bit more justice into the world. Reminding yourself that control is elusive. It's hard for us to learn that, and sometimes we often repeat scenarios and situations until we start to appreciate and learn that control is not really for us. Our control, if we have some, is in that response And learning how to respond instead of react helps us to be a little bit more gentle with the people we serve and the people we encounter. Today, as we have the opportunity to engage, not only with the people that we serve, the conversations that we have with other people, maybe allow yourself to disconnect just a tiny bit from the media today. When you're feeling worked up or when you're feeling a little untethered, come back to your practice. Come back to the breath. Remind yourself of the divine that dwells within you, and that divine dwells within those that you encounter. Sometimes it just takes thinking namaste. Use your breath. Be gentle and kind with yourself. Serve yourself first so that you may serve others more genuinely and lovingly. As you feel ready, slowly come to a seated posture, bringing the fingertips to the earth, helping us to feel grounded one last time before we enter the day. Finding your alignment. On the inhale, open the arms up wide, collect up this beautiful energy you help create into the palms of your hands. Exhaling to heart center, thumbs to the heart, to remind us we are all connected by no mistakes, and you are never alone. May you be safe, may you be well, may you be at ease, and may you know peace. Remind yourself you are beautifully and perfectly made just the way that you are, exactly the way that you are. Be vulnerable, be authentic, be gentle with yourself today. Namaste, the light in me honors the light and the divine in you.